So, balik ako ng 1:15. Thank you. Okay. um, si Megan pasuyo ulit ng attendance, no? Screenshot as of 1:15 PM. Pasenda lang ulit sa messenger ko, no? Thank you. Okay. Share akong screen. Ay, slower internet connection daw. We have 3202. Okay, yung last week natin, natapos tayo sa yung first law analysis of reacting system. So, that is for both yung steady state at saka yung ating closed system. So, ano lang natin, natapos natin yung sample problem for both, no? Nabanggit ko naman sa inyo yung mga kailangan yung i-take note, no? So siguro additional is yung natin sa pag-compute nung sa paglagay sa calculator ninyo, dun sa formula. Dun sa formula ng R sub U times the temperature o yung gas constant multiplied by the temperature. So make sure na naka-parenthesis siya pag nire-compute nyo siya para ma-make sure na hindi magkakamali yung inyong pindot or tama yung answer na makukuha ninyo. Ito. Ayan. So, yun lang. Paki-open and close parenthesis, make sure na magkasama sila, yung R at saka yung T. Okay? And then, ayun, nasabi ko naman na sa inyo yung mga need nyong i-take note, ninyong maging careful at maging, tawag doon, yun, i-take note and maging careful, no? Wag basta-basta gagamit ng value, no? Kung hindi sigurado, hindi inanalyze at hindi binasa ng maigi, no? So, nag-quiz na din tayo para meron kayong experience, no? First hand experience dun sa magiging natin, type of problem sa finals. So kumbaga meron na kayong idea para kung saan kayong part nagtagal gaya ng banggit ko sa inyo noon, kung sa balancing ng equation, so ano bang paraan nyo para mas mapabilis kayo doon, pero syempre mabilis pero tama and kung kunwari sa looking up ng table sa values, so ano yung magagawa nyo para mas maging efficient kayo doon, para hindi kayo masyadong magtagal sa pag-look up ng values. So una doon yung kung may kailangan i-interpolate, so kung sanay kayo mag-interpolate, so syempre mas mabilis kayong makakapag-interpolate ng values, pero kung hindi kayo sanay sa interpolation, and doon nyo pa lang yun i-apply sa mismong exam, then definitely magtatagal kayo, 'di ba? So yun yung importance nung pagsabay during discussion and practice. So ayun, and make sure na mas makakatulong doon if alam nyo kung anong table yung saang table kayo kukuha ng values, so kung anong table yung for nitrogen, for oxygen, and such. Ayun. And ganun pa rin naman sa final, so titingin naman ako sa solution ninyo. So dun sa mga nag-raise ng concern about balancing ng equation, so ayun naman, hindi ko pa na re-revisit yun. Pero if ever man, na for example, merong konting difference with the decimal point, or decimal value, pero parehong balanced equation. So, just make sure na tama or sundan nyo lang yung ginawa nating example, dun sa nakaraan nating sample problem. So, yun, make sure lang na i-follow nyo yun. And then, kung ganun pa rin, i-check ko naman yun. So, kung balance yung gaya nung balance yung equation with your answer, mag-a-adjust naman ako, if ganun yung mangyayari. So don't worry, basta hindi naman ako nagbe-base lang or nagche-check lang sa final answer, So tinitingnan ko naman talaga yung inyong solution kung paano, saan kayong part nagkamali and such, for partial point, 'di ba? So ayun. Okay, so that's it dun sa ating topic for for first law, So ang last topic natin actually, so this one is the last. So actually meron pa tayo nun yung entropy, but gaya na nabanggit ko sa inyo, sobrang haba na ng solution ng topic natin. So I don't think kakayanin ng 2 hours kung magdadagdag pa tayo ng isa pang topic, So ayun, and yeah, so bale tatlo lang yung topic natin, So yung first law analysis sa steady state, then the closed system, at saka itong adiabatic, So basically same lang naman yung magiging formula natin, iisa lang yun. So yung adiabatic flame, sa adiabatic flame temperature, ang syempre may difference dun sa approach and sa analysis and dun sa unknown value, of course. Pero dun sa general formula na gagamitin, it's the same, So hindi kayo magkakaroon ng problema on sa memorizing ng formula na gagamitin, because yun nga, iisa sila, pero magdi-differ lang on the application and analysis. So ayun, let's start na. So una muna nating i-discuss for adiabatic is yung concept niya, Ano ba yung tinatawag nating adiabatic flame temperature? So okay. Bago natin i-define yung adiabatic flame temperature natin, i-explain ko muna sa inyo kung ano ba yung nangyayari inside the combustion chamber for combustion reaction. So alam natin na sa combustion reaction natin, 'di ba, we have the fuel and then we have the air, and then pag pinasok siya dun sa internal combustion engine natin or sa combustion chamber natin, so it will produce the combustion products. Combustion products natin is depende dun sa combustion reaction natin, kung naging complete ba or incomplete, kung, and then the amount of air din, 'di ba? So nakadepende doon yung magiging combustion products natin. So yung combustion products na yon, it will be transferred as heat sa surroundings, 'di ba? From the system to the surroundings, since ang ating combustion process is an exothermic process, 'di ba? So it yung na-produce na heat inside the combustion chamber natin will will be lost or will be transferred to the surroundings from the system. So yun yung ating usual na process, 'di ba? So yun yung alam natin. So ganoon pa rin naman so yung na-produce na heat inside the combustion chamber natin or the internal combustion chamber natin. So it is either used may dalawa siyang usage actually. So yung una is yung heat loss or heat transfer. So yung heat is nata-transfer from the system to the surroundings, and then yung natitira, okay, yung natitirang heat na na-produce or some of the heat na na-produce inside the combustion chamber is ginagamit to raise the temperature of the combustion products. So when we say raise, ibig sabihin papataasin, 'di ba? Kaya kung mapapansin nyo dun sa ating mga naging previous problem, so it's obvious na yung temperature ni fuel and temperature ni air is so much lower than the exit temperature or yung temperature ni products, 'di ba? So example natin, usually ang temperature ni fuel before entering the combustion chamber is 25 degrees Celsius, and then for example for air we have 7 degrees Celsius. Pero yung temperature ng products natin or exit temperature natin is 1,500 Kelvin, 1,800, So malaki yung difference. So yun, no. So yung napoproduce na heat after the combustion reaction inside the combustion chamber natin is either na transfer from the system to the surroundings or nagagamit siya internally to raise the temperature of the combustion products para pag taas niya since gases usually yung ating product for the or combustion products natin, so definitely kailangan nila ng higher na temperature, di ba? So we have yun ginagamit yung internal energy or yung heat na napoproduce dun sa combustion chamber natin to raise the temperature of the combustion products, So yung relationship nun is pagbaba ng nata-transfer na heat from the system to the surroundings or yung ating Q out to the surroundings. Ay, sorry. Wait lang, 1 minute. Okay, yung pagbaba ng Q out natin or yung pagbaba ng amount of heat na na-transfer from the system to the surroundings, pagtaas ng temperature raise of the products. Ibig sabihin taas ng temperature ni combustion products. Okay, so kabaliktaran naman din kapag taas ng heat output natin or yung heat yung amount ng heat na na-transfer from the system to the surroundings, so pagbaba naman ng temperature raise of the combustion products. So yun yung relationship between the heat transfer and yung temperature raise ng combustion products natin inside the combustion chamber. So yun yung relationship na yun. So ibig sabihin, yun nga, pagtaas ni Q out, pagbaba ng temperature raise. Pagbaba naman ni Q out, pagtaas ng temperature raise natin. So ayun. However, meron tayong tinatawag na adiabatic process natin. So pag sinabi nating adiabatic process, anyone nakakaalam ano ba pag sinabi nating adiabatic process? Or ano ba pag sinabing adiabatic yung system natin? Anyone? Any idea? Ano ba pag sinabing adiabatic? Yes, Miss Florence?
Idea lang po, yung para pong no heat exchange po within the surroundings po.
Okay, so pag sinabing adiabatic process or adiabatic yung system, ibig sabihin nun, no heat transfer. Okay, so ibig sabihin, walang heat transfer from the system to the surroundings. Okay, so ibig sabihin again, no heat transfer. So, kung iaano natin yan, quantitatively, no, kung ilalagay natin yan quantitatively, so meaning, yung Q natin or yung Q out natin is equal to 0. Kapag adiabatic yung ating process. Okay, so since wala yan, sa pag-adiabatic wala tayong heat transfer, di ba? So ngayon, since 'di ba sa mga previous natin, sample problem and yung sa ating topics, no, ang hinahanap natin is the amount of the heat transfer, 'di ba? Or yung heat output natin. Minsan yung rate of heat transfer din. So in this case, since pag adiabatic yung process natin, we know and by definition, yung Q out natin will be zero, or is zero. So ang makukuha lang natin diyan is yung ating tinatawag na adiabatic flame temperature. So, yung ating adiabatic flame temperature, okay, ang adiabatic flame temperature natin is, ito yung highest or maximum, okay, highest, or yung ating maximum temperature, okay, a system can achieve at constant pressure. Okay, so ating adiabatic flame temperature again, ito yung highest or yung maximum temperature that a system can achieve at constant pressure. So meaning to say, yung kapag adiabatic yung process natin, so yung since by concept, itong concept na to, ayan, 'di ba? So gaya na binanggit ko sa inyo kanina, yung relationship ni heat transfer at saka yung amount of temperature raised is inversely, 'di ba, proportional. So pagbaba ni Q out or yung amount of heat transfer natin pagtaas ng temperature raise. So ibig sabihin kapag adiabatic process 'yan, wherein yung Q out natin is zero, 'di ba? At all, wala tayong heat transfer at all. So ibig sabihin lahat ng heat, lahat ng energy, okay, yung internal energy na na-produce inside the combustion chamber will be used to raise the temperature of the products. 'Di ba? Kasi wala tayong heat transfer. So ibig sabihin, lahat ng energy or heat, energy in a form of heat will be used sa pagtaas ng temperature ni combustion products. Okay? So kaya yung maximum or yung highest temperature that a system or the combustion products can achieve or can attain ay nangyayari sa adiabatic, pag adiabatic yung process. And ang tawag doon sa maximum or yung highest temperature na yon is yung ating adiabatic flame temperature. Okay? Ayan. So ngayon, yung ating adiabatic flame temperature na yon, so syempre na-achieve yun kapag same same condition pa rin, gaya ng mga na previous natin, previous topics natin, wherein wala pa ring work interaction, no, zero pa rin yung work, tapos negligible pa rin yung change in the kinetic and the potential energy, wherein so ibig sabihin, yung internal energy lang yung, or change in internal energy lang yung nagmamatter, so yung change in internal energy, it's still the same, since this one is a combustion process pa rin, so LA, pa din natin yung enthalpy of the chemical component. So yan. Okay, so yung adiabatic flame temperature na yun, hindi ibig sabihin na siya yung ang meaning niya is yung highest or maximum temperature that a system can achieve at constant pressure. Hindi ibig sabihin na meron na siyang like constant value. So wala po siyang default or constant value or constant temperature. So it differs in a reaction. For every reaction. Diba? It differs yung value niya. Nakadepende yon sa tatlong bagay. So yung value, okay? Yung value ni adiabatic flame temperature, okay, pinaiksi ko lang. AFT is adiabatic flame temperature. So yung value niya depends on 3. Meron tayong 3 things na nakadepende. Ayan. So, una is yung ating tawag dito, yung state of the reactant or yung ating physical state. Yan, to be more specific, sa state of reactant is specifically sa fuel, no? Kasi 'di ba yung usual na reactant naman natin is just fuel and air. And then yung air natin is always in gaseous form, 'di ba? So yung fuel natin yung nag-iiba, 'di ba? Meron tayong fuel in liquid state, meron din tayong fuel in gaseous state, 'di ba? So 'yun. So ang ano dito, kaya nakadepende din dito isa to sa mga property, no? Or na nagde-decide or ng value ng ating adiabatic flame temperature, or nakakaapekto siya sa value ni adiabatic flame temperature dahil una doon yung amount ng enthalpy of formation, 'di ba? So yun yung nabanggit natin na, for example, for water, H2O, so magkaiba yung value ni enthalpy of formation for water vapor or H2O gas at saka yung H2O liquid, 'di ba? So yun, that's why nakadepende sa state of reactant yung adiabatic flame temperature natin. Second one is yung ating ang second one natin ay yung ating degree of completion of reaction. So when we say degree of completion of reaction, so ito yung kung complete combustion ba siya or incomplete combustion siya. So of course nakadepende iyon. Kung complete or incomplete yung naging combustion. So third one is, and last is yung amount of air used. So this one naman is sa amount of air use. So sa problem solving natin, ito yung percent theoretical air, no, na ginamit. So o kaya naman, for example, kung ang ginamit is theoretical amount of air, so that means it is 100% theoretical air, 'di ba? Tapos pag sinabi na may ginamit na excess air, then i-add lang natin yung excess air na yun sa 100 for it to be our percent theoretical air, no, or yung total na theoretical air natin. So yun, nakadepende din sa amount of air used yung magiging value ni adiabatic flame temperature. So yung tatlong yan, dito nakadepende yan. So for example, anuhan lang natin as an example, no, para lang magets nyo yung theory. So for example, we have two reactions, no, and pagkukumparahin natin yung adiabatic flame temperature na makukuha natin, for each. So for example, yung una nating reaction is propane gas. Okay? We have propane gas. Tapos binurn siya, no, with theoretical amount of air, which is 100% theoretical air. Diba? And then, since 100% theoretical air to, so automatically it is a complete combustion. Diba? So by concept, yun yung natin. Na pag 100% theoretical air or pag sinabing theoretical amount of air, ibig sabihin yun ay at 100% theoretical air and complete combustion yun. So, okay? And then second one is, gamitin natin yung same fuel, propane gas. And then this time, binurn naman siya with excess air. For example, we have 50% excess air. Pero complete combustion. So same silang complete combustion, same ng fuel, pero magkaiba ng amount of air na ginamit. Yung isa, yung 100%, yung isa merong 50% excess air. So ang difference ng nila is the amount of air used. So kung i-compute natin yung air-fuel ratio niya, ang makukuha natin is yung air-fuel ratio ni first scenario will be greater than, or the highest one. Tingnan natin. Will be, sige. Greater na lang muna. Will be higher. No. Okay? And this one, AFT, will be lower. Kung kukumparahin natin, yung magiging adiabatic flame temperature na makukuha natin for these two reactions. Yun lang yung pino-point out ko. So yun yung difference nila. So ngayon, since alam natin yung saan nakadepende yung value ni air-fuel ratio, so alamin naman natin kung at what condition ba, at what specific amount of air used, at what degree of completion of reaction, and what state of reactant maa-achieve yung maximum or yung highest possible adiabatic flame temperature of a specific fuel, no, or of a certain fuel. So ano ko lang to, burahin ko lang to, no, since this one is just theoretical example lang. Okay? So, lagay natin dito as note, no, na naa-attain, kung pagkukumparahin natin, again, gaya ng ginawa natin kanina, yung ating adiabatic flame temperature attains or achieves its maximum value, okay, when complete combustion occurs with theoretical amount of air. Ayan. No. So again, yung theoretical amount of air, yun ay at 100%, no, theoretical air. Okay, so ito naman, no, air fuel, tawag dito, air fuel ratio tuloy, adiabatic flame temperature, so yung pinaka maximum or highest na value ng adiabatic flame temperature na makukuha natin for a fuel, same fuel is kapag complete combustion and kapag theoretical amount of air or at 100% theoretical air. Kaya yung example ko kanina, same fuel, same degree of completion of the reaction, so same complete combustion, pero magkaiba sila ng amount of air. So yung merong at 100% theoretical air, siya yung mas malaki yung makukuhang or siya yung mas mataas yung temperature kesa doon sa may excess air. Kasi by concept, ito nga, ma-achieve ni yung ating adiabatic flame temperature kapag complete combustion and kapag theoretical amount of air siya. Okay? Naintindihan? May question po? Okay, ayun. So, yun lang naman yung natin. Yun lang naman yung concept natin, for adiabatic flame temperature. So, yun lang. Just, kapag ang pinapahanap is adiabatic flame temperature, so, ang hahanapin natin is not the Q out. No, ang hahanapin natin is the adiabatic flame temperature. Okay, so, yan nabanggit natin, ang anuhin naman natin is yung formula na gagamitin natin. So gaya nabanggit ko sa inyo kanina, same formula lang yan kasi same lang naman, 'di ba? Same concept, no? Same reaction which is combustion, same ng scenario wherein yung no work interaction, tapos not no negligible, no, yung changes with the kinetic and potential energy. So, ganun pa rin yung ating gagamiting formula. So, we have Q out is equal to summation of number of moles ng reactant multiplied by HF plus H minus H at standard reference state ni reactant minus summation of the number of moles ng product minus multiplied by the same formula product. Ayan. Di ba ito yung ating formula natin. However, pag adiabatic yung ating process, so we have Q out is equal to 0. Di ba? So then, this one is 0. Kasi alam natin pag adiabatic yan, Q out natin or heat transfer natin, or amount of heat transfer natin will be 0. No. So, kapag ganyan yan, equal siya sa 0, so itong ating product, ta-transpose natin siya dito sa kabilang side para mawala yung kanyang negative sign. So then, ang resulting final formula natin to get the adiabatic flame temperature is this one. Is equal to number of moles ng reactant multiplied by ng reactant. Ayan. So ito po yung ating balance, final na equation na gagamitin. So if you're thinking, paano natin mahahanap yung adiabatic flame temperature? No, wala naman tayong temperature dito sa formula natin, di ba? So we only have the number of moles ng product and ng reactant, which is kukunin natin sa balance equation. Ganun pa rin. And then itong ating values ng enthalpy of formation, yung H sub F natin, this one is kukunin sa table 826, di ba? And then ito, yung enthalpy natin at specific temperature na given for each substance, di ba? Sa table pa din E18 to E25. Ito naman, enthalpy at standard reference state. So this one, ang temperature naman ito is yung standard reference state natin. Or in Kelvin, it is 298. In degrees Celsius, it is 25. And then in Fahrenheit, it is 77. No. Okay, so it's the same dito sa reactant natin. So, ang gagawin natin para makuha natin yung adiabatic flame temperature natin is the same. Ganun pa rin. Dun pa rin sa table natin kukunin. However, ang mangyayari is, since yung ating adiabatic flame temperature is the temperature of the product. Okay. Again, ang adiabatic flame temperature natin is actually the temperature of the product. For the adiabatic process. So yung ating ibig sabihin yung ating unknown value, which is the adiabatic flame temperature, is actually, or just, in simpler terms, it is the temperature of the products, or the exit temperature. So, di ba, usually dun sa ating previous topics, ang given natin is given sa atin is the temperature of the fuel, the temperature of the air, and then temperature of the products, di ba? We have that. Kasi yun yung magiging reference natin on looking up sa tables, di ba? So, tables E18 to E25 natin. So, pero this time, since yun yung ating unknown value, yung ating temperature sa product, so, yung substitution natin on the value of this one, particularly this one, sa product side, will be unknown value. So, hindi natin alam yan. Kasi, hindi natin malulook up yung sa table yung temperature ng product kasi yun yung hinahanap. Diba? So this will be the unknown value for each substance, or for each combustion product. So kung ilan yung combustion product natin sa problem, so yun yung magiging unknown value natin, diba? So for example, at complete combustion and then at 100% theoretical air, so diba ang default na natin doon na product natin will be 3. Diba? Pag 100% theoretical air, we have CO2, H2O, and then N2. Diba? So we have 3. So ibig sabihin, we'll be having 3 unknown values dito. Pag naman may excess air tayo at complete combustion, so madadagdagan tayo ng O2 sa product. Diba? So magiging 4. So pag naman incomplete combustion, so kung ilan yung product na stated sa problem natin, so yun yung bilang ng unknown values, na nandito. So ang magiging resulting natin dito is an equation. So yung equation na yun, kung nagalaman yun ng mga unknown values, kung ilan yung unknown values natin depending on the product itself. Yan. And then after nun, we'll be using that equation for a trial and error. Para makuha natin yung hinahanap natin or yung unknown value natin na product temperature or yung ating adiabatic flame temperature. So ganun yung magiging flow ng ating discussion or magiging flow ng ating solution. Okay. So, yan yung ating formula. Any question before tayo mag-proceed sa sample problem? Malinaw pa so far? Yan. How about the others? Makinig ng mabuti if may questions or may doubts, let me know. Magtanong kasi medyo nakakalito to. Although halos same lang yung yung format, but still may difference pa rin dun sa approach na usual natin. Ayun. So for the sample problem, so nakalagay dyan, liquid octane enters the combustion chamber of a gas turbine steadily at 180 m and papalitan po 25 degrees Celsius yan. Hindi yan 20 degrees Celsius. So it's 25 degrees Celsius for the temperature of the fuel. Papalitan na lang po sa inyong manual. Okay, so 25 degrees Celsius. And it is burned with air that enters the combustion chamber at 180 m and 15 degrees Celsius. So determine the adiabatic flame temperature for a complete combustion with 100% theoretical air. Okay, so since wala naman given na diagram, so definitely tayong gagawa niyan. And again, ine-require po natin yan. So we have ito ang ating combustion chamber. So una for reactant, we have the fuel. So fuel natin is liquid octane. So liquid octane natin is C8H18 liquid. So don't forget to put the state, or physical state of the fluid kasi magmamatter yan on the value, di ba, ng enthalpy. So ang given sa fuel natin is nag-enter daw siya sa combustion chamber steadily at pressure is 180 m and temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. Again, papalitan po, hindi po yung 20, 25. Okay, and then it is burned with air. So second reactant natin is air. So for air naman, ang given values is 180 m din na pressure. And then for temperature naman, we have 15 degree Celsius na temperature. So, ayun, sabi dyan, determine the adiabatic flame temperature for a complete combustion with 100% theoretical air. So, pwede natin ilagay dito sa air, or sa inside the combustion chamber natin, yung percent theoretical air natin, which is ang given is 100. Okay? So, ang hinahanap po sa atin ay yung adiabatic flame temperature or yung ating temperature sa product. Okay. Ngayon, since based on the problem itself, basing dun sa stated sa problem, malalaman na natin kung ano-ano yung magiging products natin, di ba? So, stated dyan yung fuel, stated din yung amount of theoretical air, stated din yung degree of completion. So, we know already, di ba, kung ano ang magiging products niyan basing on the problem. So, anyone who can tell me, ano magiging product natin dito? Ano magiging products natin? Yes, Mr. Kagikla?
Ano po? CO2 and 2 tsaka po H2O.
Ay, CO2, H2O, and N2. Okay. Thank you. And then, syempre, bukod sa fuel natin, yung physical state din ni H2O sa product side yung nagmamatter. Isa pa nagmamatter yun. So, gaya na nabanggit ko sa inyo last week, yung last meeting, kapag walang stated sa problem to assume na ang H2O ay is in liquid state, so lagi natin siyang i-assume in gaseous state. No. So, again, let's assume that the H2O in the product is in gaseous state unless stated otherwise. Okay? Hanggat hindi nakalagay dyan na i-assume natin na in liquid state yan, we will always assume it as in gaseous state. Okay po. Hopefully, malinaw. Ayan. So, para hindi kayo malito, ilagay nyo na agad yun. So, again, in gaseous state yan lagi unless sabihin sa problem na i-assume in liquid state. Okay, so yan yung ating products. So, ang next step natin is either the table or balancing ng equation. So, again, it's up to you naman. Wala naman akong nire-require na specific steps. So as long as nakikita ko naman yung gusto kong makita or nire-require kong makita, which are yung ating diagram, and then the balance equation, and yung tables, table of values. So, unahin natin ngayon is balancing muna. So, we have okay. So, ang natin dito, given sa problem natin na percent theoretical air is at 100% theoretical air. Diba? Okay, susulat natin. So we have the fuel, the C8H18, the liquid, okay? Plus yung ating air. Okay, sa air natin, we have O2 plus 3.76 N2. Okay, mag-yield ka na. Products natin are CO2 plus H2O gas plus N2. Ano? So we have here yung coefficients natin na kukunin natin yung value. X, Y, and Z. Okay, so i-balance natin. So we have for carbon, we have 8, diba, sa reactant side, which is equal to X sa product side. Wala nang ibang C sa product side. So may value na tayo ni X. For hydrogen naman, so we have 18 sa reactant side. And then sa product side, we have 2Y. So Y natin will be 18 divided 2 is equals to 9. No. And then for O2 naman, so we have 3.76 times ATH na coefficient natin for reactant equals to, we have X from CO2, we have Y over 2 from H2O. Ayan, and wala naman ng oxygen dyan. Ano? So we have the value of X and Y already. So it will be 8 plus 9 over 2. Yun yung, ay sorry, wala pala tong 3.76. Sorry. For N2 pala yun. Ayan. So value natin ng ATH would be ano value natin ng ATH? It will be 8 plus 9 over 2. Anong value natin ng ATH? $12.55. Okay, correct. No. And then, lastly, yung ating N2. Ba? So, for N2, yun yung meron tayong 3.76 na i-multiply sa ATH, sa reactant side. Ano? Equal to Z. So, 3.76 times ATH natin is 12.5. So, ano pong value ni Z?
47 po.
Okay, correct. 47. Ayan. So, let's rewrite. No? So, we have C8H18 na liquid plus ATH natin is 12.5 O2 plus 3.76 N2. Mag-yield ka ng X natin is 8 CO2 plus Y natin is 9 H2O plus ang Z natin is 47 and 2. Ito po yung ating balanced equation. Okay? Okay, so meron na tayong balanced equation. Ang next natin, since ang pinapahanap sa atin is adiabatic flame temperature, so ang next natin is the table of the values of the enthalpy. So same pa rin naman, alam natin ang gagamitin nating formula, di ba? So we have, sulat lang natin dito yung formula natin, gagamitin natin as a guide. So we have summation, the number of moles ng product, multiplied by HF plus H minus H at standard reference state equals to summation number of moles ng reactant multiplied by the same. Ayan. Okay, no. So gawa tayo ng table. So unahin natin si substance, of course. Okay, so we have the substance natin based tayo sa balance equation. So we have the fuel, of course, C8H18, liquid, no? Don't forget to write the physical state. And then for air, we have O2 and N2. And then for product, we have CO2 and then H2O, and then N2. Nandito na yung N2, so no need to rewrite, no? Okay? So, una natin, of course, basing dyan, gagamitin ng lahat is the H sub F natin, or enthalpy of formation. Anyone who can tell me anong values ng ating substances? Lahat, yung substances na yan, ng enthalpy of formation. Anyone? Ang bibigay po ay amount ng enthalpy of formation, H sub F, ng ating substances. Walang volunteer? Okay. Voluntold. Dito ba si... Ayan, may nag-raise na. May volunteer as a tribute. Wait, nasan siya? Mr. Kagikla? Yeah, go ahead.
Sa liquid octane po ay negative 249,950 po.
249,950. For O2?
0 po.
0
Opo,
for N2.
sa
Okay.
nitrogen po.
CO2?
Sa CO2 po ay negative 393,520 po.
Okay. For H2O, so this one is in gas, diba?
Apo, negative 241,820 po.
241,820. Okay. Thank you. Let me know no kapag may mali akong nasulat or anything. Yeah, thank you Mr. Kagikla. So, ayun. Okay na tayo sa H sub F. Ang next natin na gagamitin ng lahat ng substance natin is the amount of enthalpy at standard reference state, diba? The standard reference state natin is at 298 Kelvin, diba? For each substance. Sinong gusto? So, for fuel, hindi natin kailangan yan, di ba? Yes, Miss Gonzales.
Sa CHH18 po, wala po. Tapos sa O2 po is 8,682. Tapos sa N2 po is 8,669. Tapos sa H2O po is 9,904. And sa CO2 po is 9,364.
Okay, thank you. So, yan, meron na tayong standard reference state. So, next naman natin is yung enthalpy at yung specified or given na temperature. So, we have the, for the fuel, for the air, and for the products. Diba? So, unahin natin si fuel. So, si fuel, yung given na temperature sa fuel is 25 degrees Celsius, which is the same, sa ating standard reference state. So, that's why ito na rin yun. So, hindi natin kailangan kuhanin. Kasi magzi-zero lang din siya kapag sinubstitute natin siya sa formula. So, okay na tayo sa fuel. And then sa air, we have, anong given natin na temperature sa air? It is 15 degrees Celsius. Anong equivalent niya sa, Kelvin?
288.
200?
88 po.
Okay, 288 Kelvin. Okay? Ayan. So, this one is only for air. Diba? Given lang ito for air. So, meaning to say, ang lalagyan nyo lang ng value is yung air, which is O2 and N2. So, wala na tong CO2, H2O, and yung fuel. Okay. So, meron bang 288 Kelvin sa table natin? I don't think so. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, anong gagawin pag wala sa table? Magi-interpolate. So, interpolate po kayo. Okay, for the O2 and N2. And then, let me know yung value natin after interpolation for 288 Kelvin for O2 and N2. Go ahead, mag-interpolate po.
May aircon na, may electric fan pa. Nasaan siya?
Okay, may nakakuha na? Ano muna tayo, O2. Hayaan ko na kayong mag-interpolate para masanay, no? Again, yun, pag hindi pa sanay mag-interpolate, talagang mabagal kayo sa exam, no? So, as early as now, practice, tandaan kung paano mag-interpolate. Yan, pag ganito namang interpolation ng ng for the value ng table, hindi nyo naman na kailangan ipakita yung solution, yung sa mismong solution ninyo. Kasi pampahaba lang yun. So, pwedeng sa scratch na lang yun. Or, kung sanay kayo sa calcu, you can use it as well. Any volunteer? Yes, Miss Gonzales.
Sa O2 po is 8,384.4 at sa N2 po is 8,373.8.
Okay, thank you. How about the others? Same lang ba? Same lang na nakuha. Okay. Ayan. So, okay na tayo sa fuel dun sa ating, ito. Diba? Yung ating enthalpy at specific or yung specified temperature. So, okay na tayo sa fuel, okay na tayo sa air, and then lastly is yung sa product natin. So, sa product natin, yun yung unknown value natin, diba? So, wala tayong given natin. Yun yung hahanapin natin. So, definitely, ito na yung end ng table natin. Wala tayong look up na values ng enthalpy ng products at temperature ng product. Kasi walang given. Diba? So, yun yung hahanapin natin. So, ngayon, ito na yun. So, sa-substitute na natin yung values. So, follow lang natin yung yung format ng ating formula. So, we have, dito lang kayo titingin, hindi ko na i-rewrite. Okay, dito lang tumingin. And dun sa table natin. So, we have, unahin natin, of course, sa product. So, sa product natin, we have number of moles, unahin natin si CO2, sa batch equation. So for CO2, we have 8. Diba? So we have 8K mole, okay? Multiplied by H sub F ni CO2, we have negative 393, 520, okay? Plus, amount of enthalpy at temperature, yung temperature ni product since nasa product side tayo. So, hindi natin alam yun. So, we will just write H ni CO2. Yan. Lagyan nyo ng substance para hindi kayo malito. Diba? H ni CO2. So, yun yung ating unang unknown value. Minus, amount ng enthalpy natin at standard reference state ni CO2 is 9364. So, ihayo sa CO2. So, ito yan. Lagyan nyo ng plus. Next, tayo? Next product. So, we have H2O. H2O tayo. So, sa H2O, sa balance equation, we have 9. Diba? 9K mole multiplied by H sub F ni H2O gas is negative 241,820. Plus, yung enthalpy natin at product's temperature is unknown. Diba? So, we have H ni H2O as the second unknown value. And then we have the enthalpy at standard reference state. We have 9364. So, this one for H2O. Okay? Next natin, for the product, last product natin, is N2. So, we have 47K mole base sa balance equation multiplied sa H sub F ni N2 is 0. Okay? Plus yung enthalpy ni N2 which is the third unknown value natin which is 8669. So, this one is N2. So, this one product. Okay, equals Sa reactant naman tayo. So, sa reactant natin, so unahin natin si fuel. So, sa fuel, we have 1 kmol ng fuel, depende sa, based sa ating balance equation, multiplied by H sub F natin for fuel is negative 249,950 plus, okay, nasa reactant na tayo wala tayo sa product. So we have, sa fuel natin, hindi natin kailangan ito, yung value nito, di ba? Kasi it will be, since same sila ng value, so magiging 0 lang din yan. So we can just, pwedeng hindi nyo na isulat, pwedeng isulat nyo as 0. So it's up to you. Okay. And then, anong next? So ito yung ating dual. So this one is C8H18. Okay? Plus, sa reactant natin, we have the air. For air, we have O2 and N2. So unahin natin si O2. So si O2, sa balance equation, we have 12.5 kmol multiplied by H sub F ni O2 is 0 plus yung ating amount ng enthalpy at air's temperature natin sa reactant side. Ito, yung given na 15 degrees Celsius or 288 Kelvin. Diba? So, sa O2, we have 8384.4. Minus, yung standard reference rate na enthalpy is 8682. So, this one is sa O2. Plus, lastly, sa reactant natin, we have N2. So, sa N2 natin, sa balance equation, sa reactant side, we have 12.5 multiplied by 3.76. No, yun yung number of moles ng ating N2. Hopefully, nakakasunod. So, 12.5 times 3.76 is 47 din. Diba? Multiplied by H sub F ni N2 is 0. Okay? Plus, yung H at 288 Kelvin is 8,373.8 minus at standard reference state natin is 8669. Okay? So, yung ating, yan, ito na yung ating substitution ng values. So, yan. Kung malilito kayo, so we have the 3 unknown values. Kasi 3 yung product natin. So, we have the 3 unknown values. So, ang gagawin nyo dyan, pwedeng isolve nyo muna per substance. Unahin nyo ito, si CO2, and then si H2O, si N2 nyo yung mga whole numbers, yung walang coefficient or walang unknown value. So, just make sure, na, wait lang just make sure na, hindi nyo kakatang i-distribute yung number of moles sa lahat. Mole, multiply nyo dito, pati dito, at saka doon. So, baka lang makalimutan nyo, distribute. So, ito yung nakikita ko na possible na simple mistake. Baka tama yung distribution, tama yung value sa table, tama yung distribution, pagkakasulat, pero sa mismong computation doon na nagkanda, leche-leche. So, ayan. Huwag niyong kalimutan na i-distribute yan. So, this one, ganyan. Tapos, tsaka nyo pagsamahin yung mga whole numbers ng yung walang coefficient or values. And then, ang pagsamasamahin nyo is yung mga unknown values. So, gagawin nyo yung mga whole numbers natin, yung mga hindi unknown values. Pagsamahin nyo for CO2, for H2O, for N2, and then for N2, lahat ng product na whole number natin, isolve nyo, and then i-transpose nyo dito sa kabila, diba? Sa reactant side. Kasi sa reactant, wala tayong unknown value. Diba? Lahat yan, pwedeng i-compute. Diba? Wala tayong unknown value sa reactant side. Ang unknown value lang natin is nasa product. Diba? So, pwede nyo i-transpose ang whole number dito sa product from the product side papunta kay side. No, ang matitira lang doon sa product side is yung mga unknown values natin. So ang magiging result niyan, kung isusulat natin yan, so it will be 8 multiplied H sub CO2. So it will be 8 sub CO2 plus 9 multiplied by H sub H2O. So we have 9 2O plus 47 times H sub N2. This is 47 H sub N2 equals dun sa yung whole number or yung value na ma-solve nyo. After nyo i-transpose yung whole number from product side dito side. Ito resulting answer. I know mahaba. So, yun. Gawin nyo per substance muna. Tapos tsaka nyo pagsamahin yung product and then tsaka nyo i-transpose sa kabilang side. Just make sure na pag tinranspose nyo, mababago ang unit. So, yun. Any questions so far? So, sa ngayon, hanggang dito na lang muna. Bale, ang ko sa inyo is isolve nyo, yung magiging value nito. Yung gaya ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina kung paano isosolve, So, isa-isahin nyo yung mga whole number, okay, for the product, and then i-transpose nyo papunta sa reactant side, para makuha natin yung whole number dito, So, resulting equation natin, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina, na since nakadepende yung number of unknown value natin sa number of products, so in this case, in problem, specifically 3 products, diba? So, we have 3 unknowns. Ayan, so magkakaroon tayo ng equation, and then this equation, ito yung gagamitin natin para magkaroon tayo ng makagawa tayo ng trial and error, para makuha natin yung ating unknown value, which is the temperature, adiabatic flame temperature. Okay? So, ayun. Again, after nito, pag nakuha natin to, trial and error na yung gagawin natin. So, sa trial and error, gagamitin is, mag-guess tayo depending on the value na makukuha natin dito. So, ayun. And then, gagamit tayo ng after nun. So, we will substitute this one, and then possibly, magi-interpolate tayo kapag nakahanap tayo, ng values greater than and less than dito sa ating value dito. So, anyways, bukas, naman natin yun, pagpapatuloy natin to, and masasolve natin hanggang dulo. So, mas ma-visualize nyo kung paano. I'm just telling you, ahead of time, para alam nyo kung magiging flow, and kung gusto nyo, na i-try, na i-solve, go ahead. So, tomorrow, I'm expecting na meron na tayong answer for this one. Yung value nito, para mapagpatuloy natin yung computation, trial and error, and interpolation, para makuha natin yung adiabatic flame temperature na hinahanap. Malinaw? Malinaw po. So, ibig sabihin, I expect po tomorrow, sa ating discussion, merong makakasagot kung ano yung value nito. So, nabanggit ko na sa inyo, paano nyo i-compute yung hihingin ko. So lang, again, be careful na lang sa pag-distribute, make sure na madi-distribute yung number of moles sa lahat ng values ng enthalpy. And yun, be careful sa calculator kasi yun yung mga mistakes na possible na magawa. Okay. Yun lang. So, tomorrow natin ipagpatuloy ito. Again, hopefully, I expect din tomorrow meron tayong answer dito. Para mabasa tayo, para if meron kayong question, about sa topic natin, before finals, then we can use the time. Okay? Ayun lang naman. If wala kayong questions or anything, go ahead.
Ma'am, paano po di po nakapag-take ng quiz last time po sa fuels?
Kailan po?
Okay. Actually, may nag-ano na sa akin na from O3, si Faith. Sabi ko, actually, dapat hindi talaga ako magbibigay, no? Kasi, quiz kasi yun. Pero sana once lang, no? So, kayo na lang mag-usap-usap nung mga hindi take. And kayo mag-align kung anong oras. And then ako naman tomorrow, so tomorrow po kasi yun na lang naman yung time na pwede, So tomorrow andito po ako ng 8:30 hanggang 5:30. So ayun, kayo na lang mag-connect sa akin, kayo na lang mag-usap. And then let me na lang sa exact time para makapag-prepare ako. So hopefully within my time dito sa university. So 8:30 to 5:30 ako available. So yung room naman, since konti lang naman kayo hopefully, siguro, kasi magkakondak ako ng klase tomorrow. So, ayun, siguro most likely sa labas ng faculty room, no, kasi bawal dito sa loob kasi exam week. No? So, ako and yun yung first and last, magbibigay ako ng special quiz for fuels. So kung may hindi makakakuha tomorrow, hindi na po ako magbibigay ulit. Yun lang naman yung catch. Okay na? Coordinate na lang kay Lara, kay Faith. Okay, any other question? Sorry, about sa inyong problem set. So apologies, hindi ako nakapag-upload kasi ayun, sobrang lang din sa during weekdays. So tomorrow ko na lang din i-announce kagaya nung sa UOPS. Kasi nagde-decide pa ako, i-review ko lang din yung inyong syllabus, and then if ever, same lang din nung nabanggit sa inyo na ang naisip kong arrangement is siguro Wednesday next week. Pero via hindi na hard copy kasi wala naman ako dito, hindi siya makukuha. So by scan or anything, pero hindi pa yun final. Yun lang yung mga options na kino-consider ko. Pero yung tomorrow final decision for that. Okay, yun lang naman. Pero if ever meron, it will just be 3 problems lang yun. Para lang din, sayang kasi para meron kayong practice. Any other questions? Okay, hopefully malinaw. So medyo nakakalito lang to compared doon na nauna natin topic. Kasi yung nauna natin topic, although na mahaba siya, pero direct substitution. Pero dito, ayun nga, meron tayong mga unknown values. So, yun, basta i-analyze nyo lang na mabuti, be efficient, but accurate, no? Ayun, madali lang din to, no? Yun lang. Tomorrow na lang natin ipagpatuloy. Thank you. You may leave.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you po.